Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Destiny and I love to upcycle furniture. I received this French Provincial dresser from a friend that I used to work with, and it's in okay condition. It has some failing finish on the drawers and it needs a really good cleaning. There's also a chunk of the foot missing and we're going to get that fixed, so stay tuned. I started to work on this dresser long before I even thought about creating a YouTube channel, and I was very intimidated to try to fix this, but we're going to do it right this time. As always, I'm going to remove the hardware first so I can give it a good cleaning. I'm using Dawn dish soap and warm water, and I'm just going to scrub it clean. And you can totally use like Crud Cutter or Simple Green, but personally, this is just what I have at my house. I always have Dawn dish soap, mostly because I don't have a dishwasher. So this is what I use, but you can use whatever you like, as long as it's a degreaser. When I can't get the rag in the corners, I like to use a toothbrush, and someone suggested to use an electric toothbrush, which I thought was a good idea, but again, this is just what I have laying around my house, so I just use what I have. And don't forget to clean the inside of your dresser, because odds are it's even dirtier than the outside of it. Next, I am working on sanding down the top. I started with a 120, but I realized that wasn't going to work. It just was not cutting through the top coat. The top coat was incredibly tough on this piece. It was crazy. So I moved to an 80 grit sandpaper, and I was still having problems trying to get the top coat off. So I used a carbine scraper instead. But seriously, I was having a heck of a time getting this top coat off. It was exhausting. So I thought, because I had scraped a decent amount of the top coat off, that it would sand off more easier, and that was not the case. So then I pulled out my citrus strip, and I like to use this just because it doesn't smell as bad as a lot of the chemical strippers. You can use like clean strip or, other ones, but this one just doesn't smell as bad. And then after I get it all on, I'm just putting cling wrap down on it. This is to just keep the citrus stripper wet so it doesn't dry out. And I'm just going to leave this set overnight and let it do its magic. And it's very important to use mineral spirits so you deactivate the chemical stripper. Otherwise, your paint, your stain, whatever, won't stick. After the mineral spirits completely dried, I went to town and started sanding it again. And when I tell you I was still having problems, man, I was ready to set this dresser on fire. This is about when I changed my mind on the design because I just was having a very hard time getting all of the old stain up. So I just decided to sand it all smooth and I'm going to paint it. Sorry guys. I'm using a 220 sanding grit paper just to scuff up the surface so my paint has something to stick to. So like I said in the beginning of the video, this repair was made before I even thought about making a YouTube channel. So I reached out to a group that I'm on for furniture flipping, and they suggested that I make a mold with hot glue. But the hot glue wasn't getting down into the crevices and it was creating a lot of air bubbles. And then someone suggested that I used a molding putty to create my own mold. So I ordered this, and it's just 2 parts that you mix equally together. It's super easy to use and it only takes about 20 minutes or so to set up, and I love the results that it gave me. So with my new and improved mold, I filled it with wood putty. Again, this was before I knew of Bondo. And I put it back on the leg and I just was not happy with the results. So I just shoved this dresser to the corner and it's just been sitting. So here we are fixing it with Bondo. So the can said to make small batches. So that's what I did, and I mixed the curing agent in with it, and it has about a 3 to 5 minute working time. So you have to work pretty quick with this stuff. Also, this stuff has about a 25-minute cure time, so you are not taking a break for very long. The moment of truth, I am thrilled. On my lowest setting, I went to work with a 120 grit just to start shaping it. And there were just a few low spots, and I used wood filler to fill them in. What do you think of the repair? I am very happy with it. Next, I'm going to tape off the sides of my drawers because I'm going to try something new. I'm going to spray my dresser with the drawers in it and see how that goes. So I'm taping it so I don't get overspray on the sides. Next, I'm using Kills 2 All-Purpose Primer, and I'm loading it up in my Wagner Flexio 4000 spray gun. And I like to practice on a piece of cardboard before I start painting. That way, if I mess up, I'm not messing up on my furniture. While I was waiting for my primer to dry, I cleaned up the hardware. I am sanding with a 400 grit sandpaper just to knock down any texture that was created from spraying or dust falling into the paint. I found this paint in the mist tint section at my local hardware store, and I was super excited to try it because it's Krylon chalk paint, and for $7, why not? I like to put just a little bit of water into my paint just to help it flow out of my spray gun. And by now, I already decided that I was super happy with this paint. It just sprayed so nicely. Next, I'm moving on to spray painting the hardware. After I cleaned these, I noticed that there were some like pinkish spots coming through, so I assumed that they were just plated. So I'm just spray painting them gold to make everyone match. And while the hardware dries, I am taking my 400 grit sandpaper and just going over everything to make it smooth for my top coat.
You're chilling in the rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry.
After spraying the hardware, I just felt they looked too new. So I used some black wax and I just brushed over it to create some shadows.
Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, 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 oh,
Here is one last look of the before and this pitiful leg. And here is the after. Even though my original design didn't work out, I am still very thrilled with how this came out. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. If you like this kind of content, chances are that you would like my previous and my future furniture flips. I hope that I've earned your subscription today, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!